Hurricane Melissa didn't just damage buildings in Jamaica, it challenged Jamaica's whole system. When relief supplies arrive from abroad and charities, a second storm hits. Suddenly, it's about money, contracts, transport, storage, and distribution, all under pressure. In a country with a long history of political favors, this moment can either help rebuild trust or destroy it. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami brought an outpouring of help from all over the world, but it also showed something important. When too many groups rush in without a trusted system, some people get help twice, while others are left out. Jamaica faces the same risk. Help arrives, but fairness and coordination collapse unless the system blocks political interference. After the tsunami, one turning point in Aceh was the creation of a single coordinating body to speed recovery while emphasizing transparency and accountability. The wider tsunami evaluation process also stressed the need for stronger coordination structures and better collective representation among major actors. If politicians control recovery, people see it as political. The lesson: build trust, not suspicion. Jamaica needs a broad recovery team from the start, one that includes government, opposition, and local government reps, civil society watchdogs like JAMP, Command, churches, community groups, diaspora logistics partners, technical agencies like ODPEM, engineers, social services, and independent oversight voices like Auditor General, Integrity Commission, and Procurement Oversight. In the tsunami response, coordination failures weren't always due to bad intentions. Often, it was weak information, poor assessments, poor mapping of needs, and poor visibility. The result? Duplication in some sectors and gaps in others. Jamaica should set up a public relief dashboard, easy to use on your phone but strong enough for audits. Every shipment and every payment gets an ID number. If recovery isn't visible, public trust evaporates. Even Jamaica's own audit environment has flagged how weak systems raise risks, like continuing to rely on spreadsheets for official accounting records, which increases risks of manipulation and error.
Disasters move money fastest through procurement, trucking, food, repairs, and housing. That's also where corruption hides easiest, so oversight is critical. Jamaica doesn't have to imagine the risk, it has experienced it. For example, an Integrity Commission report on the Petrojam scandal described a major contract that used emergency contracting as the procurement method to siphon funds from the company. Also, in the police used car scandal, it was reported that $427 million was paid to a used car dealer to provide vehicles for the police force, and $218 million was unaccounted for while many of the contracted cars were never delivered. So here's what we need to demand: pre-qualified contractor lists published before awards, limits on direct awards, plus written justification posted publicly, contract publication, value, supplier, timeline, deliverables, independent procurement panel, not only ministry insiders, delivery verification, no paid in full without proof of receipt.
Relief means more than supplies. It's cash grants, contracts, and reconstruction. Without transparency, politics disrupts everything. Look at Jamaica's current trust environment. One Integrity Commission report said it could not determine if the Prime Minister should face prosecution for illicit enrichment. He refused to provide personal expense details. The report cited unresolved questions around over $473 million in transactions involving connected companies. And public controversies over value for money don't help confidence. The rooms on the beach divestment was described as being sold well below valuation, and the report said taxpayers did not get value for money. What does financial transparency look like during recovery? 1. Disaster account, or clearly linked accounts, with published inflows and outflows. Weekly summary: cash received, cash spent, inventory received, inventory distributed. Parish-level totals, so communities can compare what they see with what's reported. And every major contract is posted publicly.
After the tsunami, the humanitarian sector focused on learning and accountability. It launched large-scale evaluations to improve how disaster responses are organized. Real oversight doesn't mean waiting years for answers. We should demand real-time auditing of disaster spending, Auditor General plus special audit teams, a public complaints portal plus hotline with tracking numbers, whistleblower protection and a clear pathway for reports, and independent review committee that publishes monthly what we checked summaries, and mandatory publication of exceptions, any emergency award, any sole source contract, any late delivery. When people think relief is partisan, two things happen. 1. Communities fight each other for scraps. 2. Citizens may lose trust in institutions even after recovery. Tsunami evaluations warned that weak coordination and poor assessment create uneven results. Some areas get help, while others are left with gaps. Jamaica can prevent that with visible fairness rules. Jamaica doesn't need perfect people to run a clean recovery. It needs a strong system that protects relief from politics, shields the vulnerable from being taken advantage of, and keeps public money from leaking away. The diaspora will send help. Partners will send help. Jamaicans will help each other. The question is, will the Andrew Holness government honor that generosity with transparency, or will it turn into another national scandal? Demand a broad recovery team, live tracking, clean procurement, true transparency, independent checks, and fair rules before money starts flowing. Subscribe to Irie Talk for more content like this, and remember, our official launch will be January 10th, 2026. Subscribe and join our discussions.